there and welcome to Gaming Long Plays. I can finally say that I beaten God of War Ragnarök, and I can actually say that I also know what a Kratos story and what his adventures in the middle of has brought to the table. The game is kind of frustrating to me to do a review of, because I started to do a playthrough back in the 9th of November 2022, I think it was. That's when the game actually got released, so I were kind of like 15 hours into the game, and somehow I kind of just stopped playing it and I didn't record anymore. I did have a couple of episodes uploaded to the channel, but I have no idea why I did that. I have no reason for why I stopped playing the game, because it wasn't because I was bored. I didn't find the game amusing or anything like that, because I love the game. The game is awesome. The story of the game is mind-blowing, and the gameplay is challenging yet fun. So what could have stopped me, made me stop playing the game back then? And the answer is, I was kind of probably wanted to be done with 3 other games before I continued playing God of War Ragnarök, and those games were Gotham Knights, it was Kingdom Hearts 1, and it was Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. But anyway, I got an urge to actually complete the game now this summer when I had my vacation, so I challenged myself to be done with the game within a week of my vacation, my semester, and here I am today, and I can finally say to you that I've beaten it, and it feels awesome. So, what about the story of the game? Well, the story takes place after God of War 4. Kratos and Atreus Loki are trying to survive the Fimbul winter, and while being out, they are getting attacked by Freya, who fails again to kill Kratos. But when they return home, Atreus finds one of his wolves, called Fenrir, dying. And if you know anything about Norse mythology, then you know who Fenrir actually is and what part Fenrir has in Ragnarök. But when Atreus then makes a funerary chant for the wolf, capturing his spirit, I think it does. But when Kratos and Atreus sleeps, they are getting awoken by Thor, who are furious at Kratos for killing his sons. Thor and Kratos, of course, start battling each other, and this, my friends, is the start of God of War Ragnarök. I don't want to spoil the game story anymore than that, because this game's story is something you must experience for yourself, because it's filled with awesome moments, but there are also sadness, there are joy, there are like plot twists and everything like that. It's an amazing story, and I cannot stress this enough. You really, really need to experience this story, either by watching my gameplay videos or playing the game yourself. And I'm kind of furious at myself for letting it go this far after the game got released before I actually played it. But then again, I do not play that much of PlayStation 4, sadly. Anyway, so Kratos' story has always been amusing to me, or not really amusing, but it's been an awesome story to follow. We got the first God of War when you are furious at the war god Ares, that's right, the God of War Ares, and then in God of War 2 you are getting thrown down from Mount Olympus, and you're gonna go, and you're going on a avenging quest for the gods who have wronged you, and then you have the third game, which takes place on your full amount scale battle on Mount Olympus, where you try to kill all the gods. And then we have God of War 4, which actually changed the tempo of the God of War series, but I love that story as well. And then we got Ragnarök, which is the same as God of War 4, but more of a awesome story. It's hard to express how good this game actually is. So what about the graphics then? even though I'm playing on a PlayStation 4 Slim, I don't even play on PlayStation 4 Pro, and I absolutely not playing on PlayStation 5, which kind of sucks. But the graphics are amazing. I mean, some of the PlayStation games that are bound to the PlayStation are so far ahead with graphical department, with sound and storytelling, that Xbox and Nintendo doesn't have a chance against them. And this is one of those games. Every time I enter a new area, I'm stunned by how visually beautiful the game really is. There's so much detail, and not only does the game look like a masterpiece, but the animations are done perfectly. You can see the weight Kratos has with every step he takes, and how light Atreus moves. I like that they have put this much detail in a video game. This is another step of art, if you ask me. You can see the flesh, rotten flesh in the face of some Drenger enemies, and the game just keeps on giving on these details, and you can really see that the designers have put so much love in the game. It's just amazing. So what about the audio then and the soundtrack? Well, I mean, Christopher Judge that has the voice as Kratos is almost everything I need to say about the audio and of this game. Holy crap, is that a match made in heaven? I mean, he does it perfectly. He perfectly nails Kratos' sadness and anger in his voice. But it's not fair against the other voice actors of God of War Ragnarok, because we do have a lot of other great ones, like Ryan Hurst as Thor is brilliant, Richard Schiff as Loki, not Loki, Odin. Those are also perfectly created, and you can see that the actors really put everything into making these characters stick out and make them feel alive. And the music of God of War is beautiful as well. I mean, I love the God of War theme song coming up, and it feels so heavy, and it feels heavy and it feels kind of sad at the same time, and you know something is going to happen. Something good, bad, you don't know, but something big is going to happen. So the gameplay then, what about it? Well, it pretty much stays the same as God of War 4, but with a few different touches, like a parry system, I think. I'm not sure the parry system worked exactly like God of War Ragnarok in God of War, but that was awesome. And then you got a stamina meter, or that if you pull it down all the way, you can actually do a heavy attack on the enemy, which makes them lose a lot of life, health. And there are some areas in the game, and this is a little bit of spoiler alert, but there are some parts of the game that I really loved, and I would have loved to see more of them. There are like a bar fight in Valhalla, and another one was a escape from an enemy camp, which was awesome, where I just had a huge grin on my face because I loved every second of it, because it was so beautiful, orchestrated. And then you have the weapon swap mechanic. I did play a lot with the axe, and I rarely changed my weapons, but it's so easy to actually change it and just go bare-fisted into combat as well. So that is awesome. The gameplay mechanics are just great. There were some sections of the game where I really felt like, holy crap, I'm under geared or under leveled, so I needed to actually do a couple of fights over and over again because I weren't ready for them. So there are a little bit of grinding to do and learn enemy patterns and all that, but in a good way, I would say. Not a bad way, a good way. Yeah. So the summary of God of War Ragnarok is, I love it. It's one of the best games that I played in quite some time, to be honest. The graphic, the gameplay, the storytelling, the visual, audio, everything just comes together. And this is, like I said earlier, this is another step of art. This is just not just a video game, it's actually a beautiful art. So play it. My review, my summary or my score of the game is play it. Complete it if you want to, but play it. You gotta experience this story at least once in your lifetime. So play it, for God's sake. Other than that, thank you for watching, and don't forget to click the subscribe button and the like button, and don't forget about the little bell to get notified when I do release new videos. There are more reviews coming up, I promise. I do have what else do we have for games to review? We got Legend of Zelda Force Wars Adventure. We got, let's see, what else do we have? Space Marines. We do have Super Mario Wonder to do a review of. And I do believe I have another game, but can't find it right now. So those are a couple of games that I will do a review of real soon. And enjoy, and I really thank you a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!